Hello and welcome to Module 1, Pathogens. What are pathogens? Generally, a pathogen is defined as any microorganism that is capable of causing a disease. Humans get diseases when a pathogen enters the body and our immune system fails to destroy the foreign protein. Under favorable conditions inside the body, they are able to reproduce, spread, and alter major body functions. There are various kinds of pathogens in the world, but the four types that are the most broadly spoken of are parasites, bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Organisms that sustain life through parasitism, that is, obtaining nourishment and shelter on another organism, are known as parasites. Bacteria are single celled microorganisms that are known to prosper in diverse and extreme environments. Fungi are eukaryotic organisms, which means, unlike others, they have a defined nucleus enclosed in a membrane. Around 300 fungi are pathogenic to humans and are known to cause diseases. Viruses are really small infectious agents and only carry out certain life processes when inside a host. We'll be talking in depth about bacteria and viruses in the upcoming slides. So, what are bacteria? As I said before, they are microscopic, they are single celled, and they thrive in almost any kind of environment. What may come as a surprise to some is that bacteria are not always harmful to the human body. In fact, it has been proved that less than 1% of bacteria are dangerous for humans. In contrast, bacteria are also used in the production of vaccines as well as various edibles. However, the ones that are harmful could result in fatal diseases such as cholera and tuberculosis. Now that we have spoken of bacteria, what are viruses? Be it the swine flu pandemic in 2009, the Ebola outbreak in 2004, or the very recent coronavirus pandemic, viruses have always had a reputation for being the cause of contagion. Though a virus contains the key elements that make up all living organisms, that are nucleic acid, DNA, or RNA, they lack the capability to independently function when outside a host cell. When attached to a host cell, they successfully express their genomes and hijack various parts of the cellular machinery. As we have spoken about both bacteria and viruses, it is essential to keep in mind the key differences between them. As highlighted before, the fact remains that viruses cannot possibly grow until inside another organism's cell, whereas bacteria multiply rapidly if given the suitable conditions to. It is also important to keep in mind that unlike viruses, bacteria are not always harmful. Just to touch upon the concept of antibiotics, one should know that antibiotics have no effect on viruses and are solely produced to overcome certain bacterial infections. This concept will be further explained in the next module. Now, to talk about how viruses and bacteria spread, one must acknowledge the fact that both of these have various mediums of spread, and some are also common between them. When we speak about bacteria, bacterial infections could be transmitted through direct as well as indirect contact with the reservoir of infectious bacteria. Similarly, in the following ways can a virus be transmitted: sneezes, coughs, sexual contact, shared or contaminated needles, or even fecal to oral transmission. Various types of bacteria and viruses are also capable of lasting on surfaces for a certain time period. This, along with their microscopic size, makes it one of the most dangerous ways of transmitting an infection. End of Module 1.